With the rapidly rising cost of college tuition and the crippling student loan debt payments that Americans must pay today, you want to set yourself up as best as possible for your future. Majoring in engineering is extremely difficult, yet it has one of the highest returns on investment of any major. As a senior engineering student at one of the top engineering colleges in the world, I'm now just 1 year away from my first engineering paycheck. Today, I'm showing the Doghouse my top tips on what helped me succeed in my engineering journey. First, I'm going to let you know that there's two types of engineering students when they first get to campus freshman year. There's the students that actually go to class, do their homework, and study properly. And then there's those who f*** around and find out. And let me tell you, I was the second one. Now, I did go to class, but I didn't take freshman year homework seriously until the middle of the quarter. And that is way too late in my school. I tried my best to catch up in crunch time, but it was too late and the pile was too big. And I actually ended up failing 2 classes. One of those classes being the main class for my major. Yeah, I know, you don't want to end up like me, but I shook back. And since you don't want to end up like me, you're going to follow these 3 tips. First, you need to buckle down and talk to yourself. You have to tell yourself that it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it in the end. And you also need to learn how to study properly. Not that high school studying where you knew you could do homework the night before or study the night before a test and still do fine. That's not gonna fly. Studying engineering in college is an entirely different ballgame than high school. And the earlier that that's understood, the earlier you'll start seeing the grades. Next, you need to learn that it's a marathon and not a sprint. You may not be seeing the grades you want early on, or you may not think some of the information you're learning in class is valuable, and that you're gonna forget it right after you take the exam anyways. Guilty. But just remember that everything you're learning in class is valuable. And in a lot of cases, it's gonna carry over to your future classes. You genuinely need to learn and retain information. And that means no ChatGPT. You're not slick. I know you're using it, but you really need to stop using it when it comes to your education. Because when you're using an AI assistant, that means you're not actually learning, and it will harm you in the long run. Yeah, I know I sound like that lame teacher or parent, but unfortunately, they're actually right. And remember that a 2.0 GPA can turn into a 3.5 if you work hard enough and retain information properly. But beware, this can happen in reverse. So never get too comfortable and start slacking on your work. But I know my dogs would never do that. I'm proud of y'all. And finally, you gotta make friends as soon as possible. I promise you, there's plenty of time in life to sit around in your room, watch Netflix, Disney Plus, or whatever streaming service you use. But college is the time to make friends and do things that one day you'll be too old to do. And making friends is the easiest way to get yourself doing something. The memories will last forever if you make the right friends and do the right things. And as you already know, engineering is hard, but making the right friends who are going through the same things as you will make the entire journey easier for everyone involved. And you need friends to go to parties. All jokes aside, if you're just not the partying type or don't get invited to parties, I get it. But please, try your hardest to go to at least one party at your college, to at the bare minimum be able to say that you went to a college party. Because they are truly fun, especially when you can enjoy them with your friends around you. And who knows, maybe you'll really like it and want to go to more. Maybe I just created the next party animal. Or party dog. And if you think you can follow these tips, you should have no trouble making lasting memories and getting your first life-changing paycheck at the end of those 4 years. Or 3.5 if you're a real dog. I am not. So if you've enjoyed these tips or enjoyed this video, please drop a like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all next time in the Doghouse.